In June of 2019, we took a 3-day weekend to explore Seoul with a group of friends. Let's introduce the crew. Our awesome South African friends, Anel and Kent. And then there was Elsa B, our Irish friend with the coolest accent. And of course, our favorite Serbian couple, Helen and David. This is the story of our trip to South Korea.
Just landed in South Korea, and of course I have to have my first Korean snack.
It is kimbap, chamchi kimbap. So chamchi is tuna with a bit of seaweed on the outside and spicy kimchi.
Are you our professional tour guide?
Stop it.
We landed in the Seoul airport and started right away with food and then trying to navigate the massive subway system. Luckily, Anel used to live there for a couple of years and was able to show us around. We were really hungry, so after leaving our luggage in the Airbnb, we went straight into town to grab some food.
So our first meal here in South Korea, Seoul, is going to be Korean barbecue. And we're here at Choi Gochi. Come on.
Choi Gochi.
And welcome to the fam.
Hello, I'm Anel and I'm...
No, we have to have cool nicknames.
Oh, Nelly.
No, it's not that cool.
We have
Instagram over here.
My name's Kuluna. I'm Elsa B.
Oh goodness. And it's Joe and Javi. Okay, that's all. We're not going to use any of that. Cut that out. Okay.
We ordered plenty of food, but also drinks. We had the local favorite, somaek, which is beer with soju, basically Korean rice wine. You mix it together and it's an easy drink to share while you enjoy barbecuing your own food and socializing with good company. It was the perfect introduction to South Korea.
Cheers! The first night was all about just hanging out with friends, drinking some more somaek, and doing what the locals do. So we ended up hanging out in the university zone at one of the parks, where students and a younger crowd lay out blankets and have late night picnics while socializing and hanging out at the bars in the area. We definitely had a fun first night, but called it an early night since we had plans early the next morning.
Totally different feel at 8 a.m. in the morning. Where are all the people?
Elsa B, Joe, Kent, and I were on a mission to see North Korea. You can only describe the experience as a bit eerie. We went to the train station, bought our tickets, waited for our train to arrive, and made our way to North Korea. Where are we going?
We're off to North Korea.
Just kidding. We didn't actually go to North Korea. We went to the DMZ, which is a buffer zone between North and South Korea. So, we were able to look into North Korea, and though it was from a distance, you couldn't help but have this eerie feeling. It was definitely worth checking out.
We then made our way back into town to meet up with the rest of the crew and watch the changing of the Royal Guard ceremony at the main palace. The palace is impressive, and then you have this amazing reenactment with these elaborate costumes, traditional instruments and weapons. There is a reason it's one of the most popular things to do in the city.
After that, you know we had to find some food.
You
a flip. Yeah, Javier! Down the hatch. Javi, down. Yes.
Even before we arrived, we created a list of things we had to try, and chicken dakgalbi was at the top of the list. With some more somaek in our stomachs, we devoured it all.
Look at all this cheese. Oh my goodness. It's too much cheese for me. Said no one ever. Try it.
No, just one.
Oh my god, it's so good.
You know that's going in the video, right?
If you love cheese, you would love this dish. Perfectly seasoned chicken smothered in cheese. What more could you want?
We then walked it off at one of the traditional villages nearby. Bukchon Hanok Village is a well-known village in the area and is preserved to show a more urban environment. So, this is the perfect place for some photos and to see more traditional Korean architecture.
And then, you guessed it, more food. Just got our first snack at Myeongdong Street. It's almond, peanuts, sunflower seed, egg bun. You could totally eat this for breakfast. I think it's a breakfast thing. That looks good too. It is good. We made our way to Myeongdong Street Market so we could try a ton of different dishes.
Lobster and cheese. Thank you. Oh, it's so hot.
Right, so this is one of the more expensive food options here in this market, but I mean, how often do you get cheesy lobster on a street in Seoul? Oh my gosh. Look
It comes right off.
Oh my god, it just comes right off.
Bomb. David over here is getting some skewers.
Amazing.
Please. It's sweet. Okay, we're gonna have some dakganchong. I think I said it right, I'm not sure. But it looks like it's sweet and sour chicken or pork? Chicken. Let's try the chicken.
Pretty good.
We weren't the only ones eating. Everyone was enjoying it. This one's either the spicy bulgogi or the stir-fried kimchi. We'll see.
What the heck is it?
I think it's the spicy bulgogi. Actually, that's my favorite one so far. We even got some guest reviews from other first-timers.
Eating sausage stuffed with cheese.
I like to get dirty.
And a seasoned pro.
Mira now. What's this?
This is Korean dumplings or mandu. And we have 3 different ones. We have vegetable, pork, and kimchi. Oh, this is the pork one. Pretty good. Masasayo.
You're always invited on our channel, okay? I'm just a fan of dumplings anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I love Korea. Korea, you're awesome.
So, one other thing that you do have to make sure you do at some point while you're here in Seoul, you gotta make a night out here at Itaewon. We then ended the night in true Korean fashion. Itaewon is probably the most well-known bar street in Seoul. So we spent the night partying it up, just like the locals.
Seoul is definitely a fun place to experience. With a hip younger crowd and plenty of things to see, do, and eat, it's best of experience with friends. So until next time. Be on the lookout for part 2 of Seoul, where we opt for more food and create our own personal food tour.
That'll be all, folks. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time we post. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!